It's the same as Yin and all the others. Lily's curse has pierced deeply into her tiny body. But what can we do? See, Mama? See, Mama? There's gotta be something. Please. Yours just has to be different. Calm yourself. I've called upon a warlock more powerful than I. He should arrive soon. And yet, fate is cruel. This girl seemed to bear a destiny similar to Lily's. You lost your beloved father, did you? In a foreign land, far, far away, poor girl. Did Lily lose her father too? Yes, but under different circumstances. Fate has dealt them both terrible hands indeed. So, what is this Lily? Why did she turn into a ghost, and why is she menacing this town? Curious, are you? About the tragic tale? Yes, I suppose you should hear this. Indeed, it seems to be that Lily may have drawn her here. What am I saying? Dyslexia here. Alright. I will tell you the tale. Fine, go on. It'll be a long story. I'm assuming that's what she said. Lily, her fate was cursed. 15 years ago, there was a sudden tornado. It sank many ships. Lily's father was one of them. He was her only blood relative, and she stood on the docks praying fervently for his homecoming. She waited and waited, but still her father would not return, so she called out to the stormy sea, "Blue Dragon, god of fishermen, anyone, please save my father's life. I'll do anything." At that moment, a massive bolt of lightning struck the water and ocean suddenly became calm. Her father's ship returned safely, but the gods were cruel. They had taken away her voice. But that was not all. Her voice became switched with her father's, his rough fisherman's voice. The father now spoke in Lily's sweet, delicate tones. From that day on, he refused to ever speak again. Sigh. That in a year, a traveling theatrical troupe visited the village. Such bad timing it was. Lily fell in love with one of the actors. I tried everything to get her voice back to no avail. The only way was to kill her father. One fateful night, Lily came to me, speaking in her father's voice. "See, mother, give me that dagger, the blade you used in your rituals. I've made a decision." It was shameful, but one look in her eye, and I froze completely. Story time.
Ah, yes, I understand. I'll make this short. Okay. By the mercy of the Blue Dragon. No, it may have been a curse. Lily's pretty voice was switched with her father's gruff voice. And the only way to get her own beautiful voice back was for her to kill her father. Having fallen in love with an actor in a traveling troupe, Lily took my ceremonial dagger to kill her father. That's where we left off, correct? That's right. Give me the sharpest knife so that my father won't suffer for too long. Horrible, isn't it? Just thinking about it gives me the shivers. I still remember the horror. Lily's pretty lips spoke those horrible words in the gruff voice of an old fisherman. She didn't kill her father right away, though. She couldn't. Every night, She would go to her father's bedroom and stand beside his bed. She would lay the dagger on her father's bearded throat. But still, she couldn't commit the final act. She would just stand there in silence for a while. Then she would leave the room with tears in her eyes. Every night, the same routine. But actually, her father was not asleep. He was ready to die if it meant that his daughter would have her beautiful voice back. The daughter, standing at her father's bedside. The father, pretending to be asleep while his daughter places a dagger to his throat. My heart aches every time I picture the scene. And finally, the troop was ready to move out of the fishing village the next day. Lily made up her mind and entered her father's bedroom again. But the bedroom was empty. Her father knew she'd leave the village with the theater troupe, so he thought, I'll send her off with a little something. And he had gone out to sea in search of some fish you could catch only on the night of new moon. But irony of ironies, that very night, a storm rolled in and the seas raged wildly. The next day, the sun reappeared and rose high overhead, but there was still no sign of Lily's father. It was just like that night some while ago. Then, as the sun was going down again, the debris of a fishing boat washed ashore from the crimson red ocean. Everyone knew her father was dead. Lily cried and cried in despair. Now neither her voice nor her father would ever return. Her cries echoed all over the village, cries like a wounded beast. Oh! 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 The young man from the theater troupe went to Lily's house to console her, but she would not let him in. Of course, he never knew that the hideous cries coming from the other side of the wall were Lily's own. Late that evening, after the sun went down, the cries came again. Oh! 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 Lily's voice had grown hoarse from her endless wailing, making it sound even more fearsome. But then, another very strange sound joined in. Slurp, slurp, splat, slurp, slurp, splat. It was like a wet, sloppy piece of meat slithering across the ground. The sound was coming from the harbor, and it was getting closer and closer. Slurp, 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 splat, slurp. And then the gulls started to screech too, perhaps because they wanted that meat. Slurp. sounds stopped right in front of Lily's house. Soon, the door began to open.
See, Mother! See, Mother!
All right. Story time with Grandma, see Mother. That was interesting. All right, Cowardly Chen interrupting the story. Then you get to hear the grandma say sloop, sloop, splat again, or scree. See, Mother, it's the Adepti. Adept? Yeah, Adept. The Adept is here. You're telling me you walked into the door and did not see the group of people immediately to your left that were pretty much in front of you when you opened the door. I think Blind Chan is more accurate. What? You people are... Well, I never... Aren't you rude then? You can't just barge in yelling and flailing about. Now you look at me as if you've seen a ghost? Have we met before? No, not at all. I just didn't expect to see such a beauty in a place like this. My apologies. Hey. Oh, Zhen Zhuzhen? Zhuzhen? Yeah, I think it's Zhuzhen. Looks like... What voice did I have? Looks like I'm finally needed again. You? It's the Quack Oracle. Yeah, goodbye, Jan. Or not. Chan. I don't know why he's running off like that, but... You can drop the quack part, kid. Long time no see. And who's this? Someone from the railroad company? I'm Margaret. I'm a high-ranked government official from a certain large country. Another shade-looking old fella. Who are you? Master Zhujian, thank you for coming. We've been expecting you. Sorry to keep you waiting. Some idiot blew up the railway depot, and the trains aren't running. Isn't this Alice? Phew, that's a mighty powerful curse she's under. But you needn't worry anymore, for I am here. My arts aren't good as useless. My arts are as good as useless against it. More than 10 have already died. It's not about your lack of power, Mother. It's the man pulling the strings. It's him. Dun dun dun. What do you mean? You know why Lily came back? Oh, I have a pretty good idea. I'm starting to see what might be behind all this. Who might be behind all this? Oh, it's Zhuzhen. Don't worry, I know it's hard, but this will be over. This will be over soon, I promise. Just stick it out a little longer. Lily's is in pain too. Somebody forced her to come back. Yes, I know. I know exactly who it is and what he's up to. For I am Zhuzhen. Just take it easy and get some rest. I assure you, it'll all be over by tomorrow morning. Okay? It'll be over for her regardless of how well we do. Yes, thank you. Now then, I'm gonna need you two to help. Our first task is to rid this town of its ghost. What do you say? Are you with me? What do you say? You want to tag along? It's weird repeating that. If that'll save Alice, you better believe it. Turn into Naruto here. Same here? Okay, let's strike while the iron's hot. Good. Let's get cracking. And first, we got to find the place that'll all getting in from. First, I have to find the place they're all getting in from. Sujin seems to like to repeat the same kind of phrase multiple times. Let's get going. Let's crack while the iron's hot. All that stuff. My guess would be somewhere down by the water. There's sure to be a mark at the spot where they enter. We need to destroy it. Monsters are everywhere outside. Be careful. I shall look after the girl. Right. We'll leave her to you. Don't worry. It won't take long. Alright, let's get going. And we're back here. So, these three are in the port of Daylon, and the Caucasian woman has been strucken with a curse. How? Oh, you're cowardly, Chan. Okay, so that's why you ran off, and that's why you reacted that way to seeing her, the spy lady. Yes. The man and the woman has set out to destroy the monsters that have been appearing in town. That's how they're going to break the spell on the girl. At least that's what they say. I don't know if I should still give you a twang in your voice, but whatever. Yeah, there's no question. It's Alice Elliott, all right. So the other two must be the thin young man and Malkovich. Very well. The beast is caught in its trap. Yes, we must proceed with caution. Excuse me? Sending in brute strength may not be the best way. In which case, perhaps I'd better go do this myself. Excuse me, Lieutenant Colonel? I was wondering. That is, if you don't need me anymore. Yes, you may go. You get your money before leaving. And one more thing. You must not breathe a word of this to anyone. Have you got that? Huh? Of course. Honestly. I've got a terrible memory. I've already forgotten the whole thing. Alright. Somebody at once. Yes, Lieutenant Colonel. I've never seen you before. Are you new? I'm Sergeant Kodoman, reporting from Tokyo for my new post. My expertise is... I'm sorry, but could you leave the self-introduction for later? We don't have time for this now. I want you two to dispose of the man that just left this room and make it look like a traffic accident. Yes, Lieutenant Colonel, no. What? Sergeant Kota, you're coming to Daylon with me. Get a boat ready. Guess his chin isn't quite big enough for us to use for the boat. Does he have a mustache, or is that just his mouth? No, I think that's just his mouth. I always thought he had a mustache before. A boat, ma'am? I don't care what kind. Any old thing will do. Do you understand? If so, we leave now. Follow me. Lieutenant Colonel, please wait. Alright, I got movement. This is still that. I'm guessing you still sell stuff. So wait, yeah, you're in our party. Let's check your equipment. So yeah, it's a good thing buying that before. And you got nothing equipped. Your stats seem pretty low, especially your defense. I should get you some. I don't think I need to give you offensive power, so for now, give you a little bit more physical defense. Hit area will be fine. Formation. Yeah, that's fine. Do more damage. I like damage. Alright, yeah, the malice thing, I'm gonna wait till it gets to yellow for doing anything with that. I should look after the girl, be careful. Ellipses. Alright. Okay. I think I've gotten everything I can here. Wait, hang on. For some reason, nothing seems to be affecting Jujin.